Today on Celestial Eats, we have something for all of our chicken lovers. Roasted Rosemary Chicken. Stay tuned and watch how to make it. Every week, they're here helping to guide our palates to healthy eating with delicious and nutritional meals for you and the entire family. Be sure to join Celestial Eats every Monday night at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. We would love to have you join the conversation, so please make sure that you're following us on all of our social media platforms and learn to eat to live and not live to eat. And now, here's your host, Chef Joseph Gordon and Certified Functional Nutritionist, Denise Gordon, with this week's show.
Hi everybody, welcome once again to another week with Cooking with the Gordons here on Celestial Eats.
Hey.
My name is Denise and this is
None other than Joe.
Awesome. We're so thankful that you guys are here, ready to cook with us and pretend that you can smell the aroma that's going on here in our kitchen. We have a great lineup for you guys on today.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So before we get started, I just wanted to talk a little bit about our website. It has a wealth of information from our nutrition consulting and coaching to our products that we provide, such as our marinades, our dry rub seasonings, our cold pressed juices, our candles, and don't forget our cookbook. You can find all of this information on www.celestialeatswellness.com. Also, our cookbook is also available on Amazon as well. So if you don't want to, go to the website, if you have an app for Amazon, you can quickly go to Amazon and type in "Enjoying a Clean Plate, Enjoying Life One Bite at a Time," and you'll find our cookbook there.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome. Also, let's see, what else am I missing? Oh, don't forget to follow all our social media platforms. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We are on TikTok, guys, and we're also on YouTube. So don't forget to invite your friends, tag your friends and families, and go and follow us and check out all the different videos and tips that we may have uploaded on our social media sites.
Yes.
All right, so what are we cooking today? I'm excited.
All righty, so we are doing the roasted rosemary chicken.
What did you call it before?
I was going to say the rosemary and...
Rosemary hen, not in, but hen, guys, hen. So today we're using Cornish hens.
Cornish hens.
They're actually one of my favorite, as opposed to regular whole chicken. They're just small, and I think they just taste a lot different. And so I love the flavor. I think you get a lot more. It's more flavorful. Let's just say that.
And the thing about the Cornish hen for me is, I want one hen for myself. So there's no sharing this hen. But if you want to just do a good portion size, you can do halves or you can do quarters. But for this guy, I'm still growing, so no. All right. So
he's always trying to eat it all, and this is what I deal with, guys. This is what I deal with.
I share. She get half of everything. All right. So.
All right. But wait. Then we have a little surprise also. We have some sides that we're going to plate to go with our rosemary chicken. So I think you guys will stay tuned. You'll see what the sides are. And so Joe will be driving this train on today. I'm just going to be his little helper. All right, let's go back.
All right, let's go over to the island. We're going to slice and dice up. So one of the sides, we're doing broccoli and we're doing zucchini squash. All right, and then after that we're going to jump into prepping the chicken, and then we're going to start cooking what we got, our little side items and everything like that. As a matter of fact, you want to go ahead and want us to start the rice first since that takes some time?
Let's do that.
All right, so let's go over to the stove, and we're going to start the rice. We're going to be doing some turmeric rice. It's exquisite. So I remove my cover. We're gonna start with some white rice. With the white rice, rice. I had washed it a little bit, you know, just to get as much as the arsenic out as you possibly can. And then I soaked it in some water so it would soften up and everything like that. So we're gonna get that here in the pot.
And is that regular white rice or is that bismati? I think that's bismati.
It's bismati.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So I'm gonna put some heat on this for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add me some avocado oil. All right, and so I'm adding the oil because the oil is gonna be an agent that allows turmeric to stick, and it also is gonna allow the turmeric to basically perform its function once it enters into your body. Okay, I have me some chicken stock that I'm gonna add to the rice, which is also gonna add some flavor. All right, right here I'm using 2 cups of stock to a portion of 1 cup of rice. Okay.
And you use the stock to kind of help to flavor the rice,
Yes.
right?
So the stock is also helping to flavor the rice. All right. So a couple things I'm gonna add. Here's my turmeric mix that I have, and I added some salt and pepper to it as well.
And turmeric is so good. It's such a great herb, spice, I should say.
I'm gonna add
Yeah.
this is some garlic I'm adding to it. All right.
Got lots of good stuff going on in that pot there,
A
sir.
whole bunch of goodies in this spot jumping off right now, sis. All right. And then I have me cilantro and thyme mix. I'm gonna add to this as well, which is gonna help make the rice very flavorful and aromatic is a good term I want to use. So we're gonna add that to it. All right.
That looks good already.
I want to put a small stir in here to declump and see if it clumps out of this turmeric that we have going on here. We want it to be nice and smooth inside the rice. If you want to use as a substitute for this rice dish, you can also use coconut oil. I usually love using coconut oil, but we found out that our youngest has an intolerance to coconut, so we don't use the coconut oil. All right, so I'm gonna close this down. Right now I have it on high temperature. I'm gonna have to come back and adjust it down so that it doesn't burn. Let's go over. We're gonna go to the onion. Now we can start slicing and dicing.
Slicing and dicing.
Dicing and slicing. All right. Get this out of the way so everything is going to go into this bowl if it can fit. Ka-ching. I already sharpened this bad boy, so you ready to go to work. Cut off the ends. And gone. All right. Now don't judge my slicing, all right? I do it because I like to keep my fingers, so I take my time. Ain't no need to be rushing stuff, right? So I guess a nice, we have squash on the runway. Run the squash. The squash says, you know I'm cooking today. I gotta free my peoples. All right.
Do you like your squash soft or hard?
So when it comes on to vegetables, for me, I don't really like them mushy. Some people like their stuff a little bit soft. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a texture thing. So for vegetables, I like them on a little bit on the firm side or somewhere in between. But you can't go past that because when it gets too soft, it just don't feel or taste right. It just becomes like I'm eating yuck, and I don't want to eat yuck. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just getting some extra slices in here. It just makes it a lot easier to cook. Once I go ahead and throw these bad boys in the pot. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, you can slide this over a little bit. Finish this off. All right, remember, watch fingers when you're using your sharp tools, okay? You don't want anyone going to the hospital.
We don't want that.
All right, so now the easy fun part, slice of the broccoli and throw it on top. So broccoli, you don't have to make it small or anything. You just go ahead and get some rough cuts on there just to get a few of these branches or stems off. How do you call them? Branches or you call them stems, dude? We don't even know, huh?
You call them branches?
We call them broccoli. Well, they look like trees.
Oh gosh. Oh, Father help him.
They don't look like trees. These don't look like trees.
Baby trees. Baby trees, I guess.
Yeah, like that's how I recognize broccoli as trees.
So what would you recognize rosemary as? Grass? Or thyme like grass?
It's a bush.
Oh, gosh. Oh,
Rosemary bush. Rosemary is a bush, y'all. So I got a rosemary bush in my backyard that I used in this dish.
So pretty. Oh my gosh.
All right, so we basically stacking this. Just put it on however you want to. There's no special way to do this. We're just getting it on the bowl because it's all going in the pot, and after that, it's all going in my belly. No. All right, there it is.
Okay, your turn. Okay.
All right, so after I'm done with this, yes, please.
Okay.
We're gonna move this over here. We're not gonna start cooking this right away. I got something I need to do first. So we're staying on the island. I'm just moving this over to the stove. All right, so here we are.
Yeah, like this. Right.
No, we're good with that. So I have this. This is my rosemary rub that I created to go with this dish. Of course, we're gonna use some real rosemary. You have to have rosemary in a rosemary dish. I'm gonna have some thyme. What are you doing, Uncle Joe? No, I'm just getting everything in the bowl so I could stuff this hen. And then I'll pull this over here. Because I'm also going to make a nice little rosemary glaze to go on top of the chicken after we start doing the cooking process. All right. Here I have some bell peppers, onion combination. And it's going to go inside of this hen. Look at this hen. She just can't wait to be dressed and clothed. She just wants to be treated right.
And then be eaten.
She wants to be dressed, clothed, and prepared to meet her meet her king.
You know, I just remember. You remember that chicken joke that we stumbled on last night, and all the 3 chickens were at the window.
Oh yeah. All right, so you want? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna drizzle some oil on this bird. Get a nice little oil bath. The rice is going, so I'm turning that down a little bit. So from high to medium. I'm back over here on the island. We didn't leave. All right, so this is how this is gonna go down. So my wife stumbled across, a little chicken joke while she was, I guess he was just surfing the night waves. I don't know what you were doing. Anyway, so here it is. We have 3 hens?
3 hens sitting out.
3 hens sitting at a window, right? And let's try to picture this. You have 3 hens sitting at a window, at a kitchen window, I should say, to give the imagery right. Kitchen window. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this rosemary rub that I made. So the rosemary, I have rosemary powder in here. I have some garlic powder. I have some paprika in here. I love paprika whenever I roast my hens on the grill. All right, so I just dusted the inside, the interior, nice and dusted. I don't know if you can see that, but I got it all up in there. All up, dusted, all up. And you got to dust it right. If you don't dust it right, it ain't gonna treat you right. You feel me? All right, so I got it all up in here. Then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna strip the leaves off this for just a few of them. I'm gonna dab it in there a little bit. Then I'm gonna take the whole stick or the whole stem. It turns a stick after, but I'm cool with it. Take the whole stem and just stick it in here. I'm gonna take some more of these off. I'm gonna have it on the outside. Get the stem and stick it in there. All right. So that's the first stage of your rosemary production. All right. So back to the story. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it with the time. So here it is that these three hens are at the kitchen window. All right, staring into the window. And guess what they're staring into the window on? You want to tell them, babe?
Another hen that's bare naked.
So there's a bare naked roasted hen. It was already cooked. I think they roasted it. It looked like it was roasted in the oven or something. Oh yeah. So for today's production, we actually I'll use the grill to make this because I just like that smoke in the meat. You can use the oven to do it.
You can use your ninja food.
You can use your whatever you want to use. Some people have rotisserie that they like to do. You can use a rotisserie to do this. So I have the grill right now going at 350. You can do it in the oven for 350, okay? And the Cornish hens, they don't take long. I'll cook for temperature. I'll tell you all about temperature when we go ahead and pull these hens out. All right, so here it is. You got these three hens staring in through a window, looking at, I don't know, it looked like it was a relative or something. I don't know what it was. But it looked like the way they told the story, it sounded like it was a relative. All right, so let's give the cooked hen on the table a name. Her name was Shakisha. All right. So here's Shakisha. She got baked. All right. Shakisha was baked and sitting on the table, and here we have I guess we can call Lucretia, and Lanisha staring in, watching, was it Shakisha? Mm-hmm. Right? That was already cooked and prepared. Okay? So now they start to tell the story about the cook. I guess the cook's name, the cook name was Fred. And one was Shelly-Ann. Mm-hmm. And so they're saying that, she, look at Shakisha. She got done really well. She got prepared really well. And so the one of the hens, let's say Lucretia, she was like, well, as long as it wasn't Shelly-Ann that cooked her, because Shelly-Ann, but she said she can't boil water. So she said. So Shelly-Ann can't cook. So basically Shelly-Ann can't cook, and this chicken got done really well. So thank God it wasn't Shelly-Ann that cooked this chicken, right? And so they were like talking about how they want to go. So one of the hens were like, if I go, I want to be roasted. I want to be roasted, right? Just like that, right? That just looks so good, right? The other one was like, if I'm gonna go, fry me. I want to be fried. And they were like, fried? Yeah, fried. Because when you fry it, it just looks so delicious. That's what I heard. You just go out so good. You just go out with a bang. Yeah. Right? And so we're here dying because here it is like three chickens are giving a story about how they want to basically be prepared to be eaten.
And right? They got their preference of the cook.
And they got their preference of how they want to be prepared. So for some reason, right, people just love fried chicken. So I guess frying the chicken is the best way to go. For me, I just like my chicken grilled. None of them mentioned grilling their chicken. And then me being from the island, my favorite way for chicken is that jerk. So you gotta have that jerk chicken. Right? You gotta have that chicken that's rude. So that's when that chicken rude, we call that chicken a jerk. So you got that jerk chicken. Right, that's not a dad joke for y'all this week. You're a jerk. That's what my daughter was over there singing. All right, so we just pampered and powdered this chicken. This chicken is royal right now. All right, so this is gonna go on the grill at 350 degrees.
Wait, can I take a picture of it?
Yes, take a picture of it.
Oh my goodness.
She is ready to meet her maker.
So you're going over to the stove now?
I'm going back over to the stove, but first I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Okay. I got chicken all over me.
So you should just head to the stove.
Chicken
Let's
look
see what's
busting.
going on with the stove with that rice. That rice smells so good.
So the chicken look busting, and that's no cap, right?
That's no cap.
Adopter says the chicken look busting, and that's no cap.
I'm not allowed to say neither one of those words, guys. So
It's because Dad's kid.
I
Alright,
see.
so here we're looking at the rice. It's bubbling, 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 bubbling. I got it turned down on low right now. So by the time we knock out these veggies and everything like that, it should be a nice, soft cooked rice. Okay? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank the heat up on this pot right here. I'm gonna add some oil to it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make it zing. Make it zinger.
You see me?
You see me?
Scalachi.
Skillachi. Skillachi. Alright, so here it is. I'm gonna add me some oil. Alright. So I just added like 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save back some of that thyme and cilantro mix I had. I'm gonna pop that in the oil. Bim. Alright. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some garlic to this oil. But nothing like a nice garlic oil, right?
It's gonna be yummy.
So 1/2 teaspoon. And let's make it a full teaspoon. Let's go on a little. Let's do this. So I got that in there. If my oil start dancing, I can add some other stuff to it. Shake it on that a little. Shake, shake, shake. To the dance. Shake, shake, shake. Come on now. Shake, shake, shake. So it's dancing. I'm gonna go ahead and pop some of this mix that I have over here in there. This is my bell peppers and onions. Look how beautiful you are. Look how wonderful you are. Alright, and so you got that going. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Shoot, shoot. Alright, and then I'm gonna add salt and pepper. The salt and pepper mix that combine together. The salt and regular pepper. Nothing more than the salt and pepper I put on here. No big deal.
There's nothing better than a colorful plate. I love it.
Shake, shake, shake. Some more shaking. And then I'm gonna throw my broccoli. 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 Broccoli.
You guys are too
When I said zucchini, you said squash. Zucchini, squash, zucchini, squash. Alright. Stir. You are so beautiful. Alright. Now that's actually for my wife. That's not
I was about to ask you if you're singing to the pot.
I was singing to you.
You're singing to me, babe?
Yeah, I'm not the best singer, but I'll try.
Hey, I'll take it.
Alright, so add more salt and pepper. Trust me, it's not gonna be over salted or over peppered. Trust the man, he know what he's doing, y'all. Alright. Stir. Smells so good. And the cool thing is, look how vibrant everything is getting.
So pretty.
And I just do broccoli until it becomes a bright green. I don't like when it's overdone. I don't like soft broccoli. And the worst thing you can ever give me is a flimsy asparagus, even though we're not doing that right now, but it just came to me. A flimsy asparagus is the worst tasting thing you can ever put in my mouth.
Did you say flimsy?
Flimsy asparagus.
What do you call it?
You call it a lint gust. Because it's lint and it's asparagus. Get it? Lint gust, you know?
Limp dust. Okay. Interesting.
Is it like a Immature tree.
You mean immature tree?
Yeah, an immature tree.
Why would you say that?
Because it has this little tiny, like, ball thing, like the broccoli has.
You and your dad with this tree stuff.
Man, this thing is beautiful.
It's pretty.
So we don't do soy. But if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of soy sauce to this.
Or coconut aminos.
Or coconut aminos if you don't want to do soy. But we had to cut out the coconut aminos because we found out about coconut health issues with our youngest. But yeah, coconut aminos or soy. If you're into soy, that's fine. Just for the flavor purposes. But if you're gonna use the soy, don't use salt. Because soy is already salted as it is. The salt content is high.
What do you mean?
So I need a cover.
Okay, I'll grab you a cover.
Because this bad boy is dry. But I'm gonna cover it down so it can simmer down.
Yeah, what you say now?
Alright. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Alright. Bim, that done? Alright, I'm gonna look at the rice. Oh,
It's pretty.
that rice is. So this is my version of yellow rice. I don't know if and my Latino folks around with the yellow rice they use saffron. I use turmeric. So that got over. How I got over? Alright, Bim. We'll go ahead and start off this pot. Alright. 20 times. Alright, so I got this over here. I got that on high. Actually, it's on low. It needs to be on high. Alright. So this is the rosemary glaze that I'm gonna make for the ham. I'm gonna add some oil to that. Alright, put it over here. Turn that on. My bad. Thought I covered all angles. Alright. So 1.5, well, that's 1.5 tablespoons. Alright. And I always like to have garlic and stuff. So I'm gonna add some garlic in here. Baby. Excuse the noise. Alright. And of course, you can't be a rosemary glaze without what?
Rosemary.
There you go. So here it is. I'm just taking the leaves. Leaves, no stem. I just want the leaves. I mean, I could break up the stem and put it on there, but I don't want to do that. But if you want to do that, that's on you. Or if you want to put the stem in there, and just don't pull the stem when you put it over your hand, or your chicken, or whatever it is you're doing. That's fine. So it's a rosemary maple glaze, all right? So the star of the show is the rosemary, all right? And the assistant, the sidekick, is gonna be the maple. Man, it smells so good. So, what's the use of the rosemary?
Oh,
The rosemary good for?
Okay, well, let me get myself started. To stimulate hair growth. It also helps to perk you up. Believe it or not, some people don't realize that it does do that. Also helps to increase circulation. It helps to ease stress. So in case you're having a stressful time, a stressful day, or just a stressful life season, try adding some rosemary to your diet. You can even use the rosemary oil, the extract, the essential oils. You know, there's so many different ways to get that into your system. It helps to relieve pain as well. Also, rosemary helps to stimulate brain health. So having, feeling a little foggy, trying to, having a hard time concentrating, rosemary definitely will help with that also. But, I know a lot of people don't realize it. Like if you're suffering with hair loss or, alopecia areata or anything like that, try adding some rosemary essential oils to your daily hair regimen, and you'll be surprised to find that it will help to stimulate some hair growth. I know this for a fact because I've used it. It's part of my daily regimen. I've tried it, so I wouldn't tell you something if I haven't tried it for myself. So try adding that, and again, once again, you can add it into. You can even drink the tea. You can make it into a tea. If you have the herb, make it into a tea. Make some tea out of it. I typically, when I drink my tea, I try not to add any sugar because I want the full benefits of it. I don't want to add any sweeteners to it, so I just make it and I drink it. A cup a day, I think, is pretty good and efficient in getting to what it needs to get to target whatever issues you're having with your body. So let's head back over to the stove. I want to see what this glaze is going to look like. It smells good, but I'm curious to see what it tastes like.
All right, bam. So there it is. I went ahead and added the maple to it. And so here it is. We have it nice and frothy, which is what you want on this glaze. So I just keep, stirring it, getting a little body into it, from the heat. Almost like I'm making rosemary maple caramel. With no dairy. All right. All right, babes, didn't that feel?
Yes.
I gotta step off for a second to go get the bird.
You want me to stir?
Stir the bad boy. So I turn off the heat, but you need to stir it so it doesn't There you go. She know what I want.
Stir, stir, stir.
Go leave to get the bird.
I'm stirring, guys. He went to get the hen. Literally. I'm seriously considering getting some chickens and start having our own. I don't know about you guys, but the inflation has really, really, it's in full effect. I remember buying Cornish hens. I would pay maybe $2-3 for one. They're like almost $9. So we don't have to start growing, harvesting our own. I just don't like the smell of the food that you give them. It doesn't smell good. I think I'm having trauma from when I grew up. When I was growing up in Jamaica.
What do you guys used to do?
I don't know what it's called, but I just know that it does not. That smell stays with me. I can smell it as I'm talking about it.
Well, you told me and Josh a story about what you guys used to do with chickens in Jamaica.
Oh no, you're not gonna get that story. It's not a story that we're going to share. I think the hen is here. I think the hen is here.
Go.
Okay. So you want me to just keep stirring until it's time?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the internal temperature.
Let me turn this over here.
Boom! I wonder why.
I can't wait to eat this. Lord help me.
Alright, you can take them to the island.
We are going to fry some beef chicken. For those of you who are watching currently, let me tell you, the aroma that's in this kitchen is not for. It smells so good. Who would have thought rosemary would just be so earthy and the flavor that it gives? And so many health benefits it has.
Excuse the noise. Sorry about that, please. All right. Let me wash my hands and I'll meet you at the island.
Okay, I'm going to bring my pot over. And so we are heading over to the island now.
So we're gonna bust up the chicken and all right. So I don't know if you guys can see, but this bird is done. So the internal, let me flip it around. Maybe you can see it.
They can see it.
All right. So usually a safe temperature for eating poultry, any poultry, is 165 degrees Fahrenheit, or above. Right? And right here we have it at, it looks like 200. All right. No, it's less than that. We have it at yeah, it's close to 200. So we're at 190, which is that telling me that this bird is ready to be devoured.
Yeah. The temperature for poultry is 165.
165.
Oh, you learned that in your
you
nutrition
learned it
class?
Alright. And I'm juking all of them so that we can see.
Lord.
Juking all of them to make sure that we have the temp.
They're already dead. It's okay.
I can't juke the legs because they're so tiny. They won't let me. Alright, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna grab one of these, and I'm gonna split it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to bring a plate, you can bring a plate.
Okay.
So that way, I position this right so we all can see the beauty of this thing going down. It's gonna go down. See that? Look at the steam coming off of it. Freshness galore. Bust it down the middle. Look at that inside. Can't get no real than that. Rosemary, all that beautiful stuff we put on the inside of it. So imagine what it tastes like. And then of course, because they use the grill, gotta have that smoke ring, y'all. That smoke on it, smoke all the way through the meat. So when we go ahead and eat this bird, you already know that it's legit in the backyard barbecue style, but we did a barbecue with rosemary. Alright.
I have to make my rice fall, please.
I won't make your rice fall. Let the power fall. Alright, so you know what we're gonna do to make it easier to eat? I think I'm gonna quarter it.
Okay.
And right now this is the half. Which you know, big man like me, big man things. I will devour the whole bird by starting with the half. But dark meat bibs.
Yes, please.
So we're going to do a dark meat special. Alright, so that's the inside out. I'm going to flip it over. Don't make your rice fall. Pressure. Alright, then. So we got that on there. I'm going to go ahead and scoop this over a little bit, babe.
It's busting.
You look good, don't
Mm-hmm.
you? Alright. I'm going to get everything a little close to each other.
Yeah.
Closer. Alright, bring the glaze.
Closer.
Bring the glaze. Make it glaze in. Glaze my bird. That's the word. That's the word. Alright. Yes. Nice. Righteous. And get some of it. Yum.
That's pretty. Where's my plate at?
Where's your plate?
Yes.
Up in the air. How can you reach it? Climb on a broken chair. Suppose you fall, we not here. No, it's fine. Bim.
Bit. Zaga. Eat already. Eat.
Okay, let's eat. Let's
Yes, please post your reviews. Let me know what you're thinking. I can't wait to dig in. You can't wait to dig
I
in.
know, I'm getting my knife. I'm ready to eat.
You know what? Let's put another piece on here.
Oh, why? We can share this one. Come on, let's share. Come on. Sharing is caring.
It looks hard. It looks like I can just in here that by myself.
One whole bite.
Okay. You want to do the honors since you did all the work?
Okay.
Okay.
You go here then.
Yes.
I'll put this on the side of it.
I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat.
You
You want me to feed you? Okay, I'll feed you.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
The rice is
I want to try it.
busting, no cap.
I'm not gonna try.
Say it, Mom.
Nope.
Say it.
The rice is good.
The rice is very good, guys. I wish you can taste this.
Really simple ingredients in the rice too. Nothing hard. Alright, now give me some chicken. Oh, that's so good. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna give you some veggies. Here you go.
Really so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I left it on there sitting. So it's not as
So it's
firm
not
as I want it.
It's
But
perfect.
it's not. It's right at the middle. But no, this is good. So you take a picture.
I did.
Alright, this is mine. I'm serious.
See? Listen, guys. We thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. This
Yes.
is truly an amazing entree.
Mm-hmm.
You have your chicken, your protein, you have your carb starch, your rice, which has some other health benefits in there, so such as your turmeric and your garlic. And then of course you have your veggies.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we want to hear your reviews. Let us know if you tried this recipe at home. We want to know what you think about it, and we are also welcoming any feedback or any comments or recommendations. Hey, I want you guys to make this next week. I want you guys to make that next week. If you have a favorite dish that you want us to see if we can make our gluten-free, dairy-free spin on, send in those feedbacks or suggestions. We are more than welcome. We're happy to tackle on or try to see if we can, I don't know, turn anything healthy. Anything that not to say that it's unhealthy, but if you have food intolerance, you don't have to be deprived from it. So until next time, don't forget to check out our website, www.celestialeatswellness.com, and don't forget to order your copy of our cookbook on our website or on Amazon.
That's right.
Until next time, be well, be healthy, be kind to others, especially to yourself.
That's right.
Bye.
Choose.